G'day guys, Wade here from Fully Equipped, here with Alex, Master Fitter at Ping. And today we are here to kind of go through what Ping does with their putter fittings. We're going to be going through every kind of head shape they've got, every length, weight, what's good for my stroke, and Alex is going to give me the thing that's going to make me go from a 3 handicap to a scratch golfer, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So really cool, really fun, really excited to get stuck in and see what comes out of it.
I'm going to start you with a similar build, 36 inches, which is what yours is right now. We have DS72 head shape, which is what we designed for Victor Hovland. A lot of ball width features on this. So I'm going to have you hit a few putts with this first.
Okay.
So if we look at iPing here, we see very, very similar numbers top to bottom.
Yeah.
And that's what I talked about earlier, is your natural tendencies are your natural tendencies.
Yeah.
One thing I do like with this is we did get a little bit more consistent with shaft lean at plus 2.2.
Yeah.
So if there's two things in iPing that are kind of most important to me, it's always going to be impact angle and it's always going to be shaft lean.
Okay.
Impact angle is going to be the direction that ball travels.
Got it.
Shaft lean is going to be the loft of the ball, so the speed of the ball coming off. So if we can marry those two together, then you should start a lot of putts on your intended line. There's a couple things I want to try. A different putter.
Sure.
I want to see what a standard length putter does.
Okay.
But I want to try something just a touch heavier in the head weight with a standard length putter. But also I'd like to introduce a little bit of toe hang as well.
Sounds good.
So similar head shape.
Yep.
We're not breaking the mold. Has a little bit of toe hang to it. So I want to see what that does.
Okay.
Now this is 35 inches.
Sure.
I'm going to have you choke down on it just a touch.
That's
but
fine.
One thing about that as well is it's going to still almost have that feeling of a mid-length putter.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let's give it a shot.
Thank you.
Right. We see some really, really good stuff here. And if we're talking about the two things that are most consistent, impact angle, plus 6.1 on the handicap score, a little bit of a right aimer coming in close, but that's perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm focusing on consistency more than anything. Plus 6.1 on impact angle is elite. It means that you're setting that putter down, you're delivering it how it should be, and you're hitting your intended line. That's what I'm focusing on. If we look down here at shaft lean, you are adding just a touch of loft at impact. Now I'm giving you something that's a little bit shorter, and we've gotten a little bit forward with the shaft lean. So negative 0.4 degrees. No right or wrong to that either, but we see how tight this is with the dispersion. So plus 4.2. Line angle got us. We had one outlier right there. You look at the other 4 putts. This was the first putt.
That was the first one, yeah.
We look at this. Rotation hasn't changed, but we went up to plus 5 on the consistency score. So consistency jumped way up. Huge improvements. Huge improvements. So I'm going to give you similar head shape. I'm going to give you something a little bit shorter.
Okay.
We picked up a lot of consistency on closing angles, still the same amount of rotation. Impact angle, we got consistency back.
Yeah.
So really good there. Tempo looks great. We had one putt on the line angle that was kind of an outlier.
Yeah.
If I get this to the right length where you're not going up and down the grip, then we would see that tighten up. But also shaft lean here looks really, really good. I think just a touch of loft at impact, nothing to be concerned with just because we are consistent with it.
Yeah.
I can match the putter up to how much loft you're adding or how much loft you're taking off by adjusting the loft on the actual putter. From a visual standpoint, the way that it swings, how did it feel to you?
Felt really good. Like, in all honesty, there was something, I don't know what it was about the putter, but it did feel good in the hands. It felt like I was getting it there. The first putt always feels a little bit weird. I liked the feel off the face. Is that a deep mill as well?
This is going to be,
or a medium mill?
A deep mill on this one.
Yeah,
here.
so so everything felt good. I liked the look of it at address. Curious whether the plumber's neck with a slight toe hang is better for me than a straight in.
I would, if we're solely basing this off of data, I would recommend that.
A plumber's neck?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a good amount of rotation in your stroke.
Yeah.
Ideally, we want to get you some toe hang.
Okay.
If I give you something with too little toe hang, and if we talk about kind of the physics aspect of it, is the closer you get to face balance, the faster the putter head's going to be delivered coming into impact. The more toe hang I give you, the slower it's going to be delivered coming into impact. So for somebody with a good amount of rotation in their stroke, I need to make sure that you have an appropriate amount of toe hang so that it doesn't slam shut coming in at impact. So that it matches up with that. I tell everybody right off the bat, if you don't like what you're looking down at, you're not going to have confidence in it. You're not going to make putts. So I have to give you something that you like to look at, but then I also have to make sure that it matches the stroke as well.
Makes real sense.
So Wade, we tested a few putters out. We ended up with a Piper H. So big things that I was trying to look at with your stroke is just identifying the tendencies, how much rotation you had, and if we could match a putter to that. The Piper H has your traditional answer style hosel, which gives us a little bit of toe hang, which I think is great for your stroke. You're not going to fight against that tendency. You put it down, the putter's a variable. I can take that variable out of the equation. You just do what you're supposed to do.
Awesome. Look, that was a really great experience, a lot of fun. Very cool that the head shape that I've been using is very similar to what I've been using in the past. Interesting that the hosel shape changed. But in all honesty, I have been going back and forth between a plumber's neck or an H bend. Is that what you call it?
H neck.
H neck. And then a straight in, more of a face balance. So, I can't thank you enough for doing this with me and kind of going through that process. It was really great. You were amazing. So thank you so much. I learned a lot in this, and I can't wait to chuck it in the bag and see how it goes and see if I can get from that 3 to a scratch golfer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So appreciate it, man. That was awesome.
My pleasure.
Thank you. And thanks, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it and everything. And I hope you enjoyed this video.